Hello my friends, I hope you're doing well and having a great day. How are you? Just let me know. I just realized I am wearing a black sweater with a black background, so I'm going to look like a floating head today. Hopefully you don't mind because I don't want to change. I'm cold and I am going to be wearing all black today. I don't know. It's just a mood today, you know? So today I thought it'd be fun to do another lucky dip and second chance thing with my makeup. I don't know if you remember this series. I started it and I've done I think 2 videos, but I think it's time to reprise it because I need to go through this makeup and I'm trying to like downsize and get rid of things, and this is just a big container. I don't need to lug around with me. So there's all this stuff in here. I mean, there's probably hundreds of videos worth of content here, but I'm going to do a lucky dip. I'm going to do a blind dip and see what comes out, and I'm going to play with it today and stash it in my collection if I want to find another purpose for it or if I want to trash it because it's just not something I see myself wanting to use. So if this is your first time here, hi there, hello, hi. My name is Em and you're watching Makeupry. These were things that I pulled out in my declutters, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep them, so I figured I would do a second chance bin, and this is what we're doing, was digging through the second chance bin. So let's get started. There we go, sort of, to hold it. Alright, I'm looking up. This is from Mail, and it is called Pink Diamond. I feel like I need to grab one more thing, so I'm going to do another lucky dip here. So I grabbed this Wet n Wild eyeshadow trio. This was a limited edition crystal thing, and this one's called Jade. I've never played with this. It's brand new, I think. I don't even know if I swatched it, so let's play. So I have these 2 items here. I decided to do 2 because this was just not enough for me to do a makeup look with. Have I even opened this before? Have I? Yes, I have. I have swatched this. It's really pretty, but I don't know that I was taken back by the quality, so I guess we're going to try it out. I've only swatched it. I've never played with it on my eyes. I have used this one several times, but I have so many eyeshadows that are so similar that I don't think it was worth saving, but I'm going to give it a second chance and see if it's worth saving. So I'm going to go off camera for a minute. I'm going to do my brows, add some eyeshadow primer, and we'll be right back. Alright, hello brows. Hello brows. I like having brows. They make my face look younger. Although this one brows a little wonky, but whatever. Because if this doesn't look good, then it's just going to be one of those bad makeup days. But if it looks wonderful, then yeah, I have a great makeup day regardless of the brows, you know? Let's zoom you in. So this palette does not have a single matte shade in here. This is satin, this is metallic foil, I think, and this one's also a metallic foil, so that's going to be fun. I'm going to take this medium shade one here and just see. Well, there's hard pan on here. Since when does Wet n Wild ever get hard pan? Strange. Nope, there's hard pan. Well, that's not a good start. My trick is just to take a cotton swab and just kind of rub it all over and see if that helps, and I think this did. Yes, it did. This is kind of a weird texture. Like, it's really creamy. I don't know if anyone... Has any of you tried these before? I remember seeing them... I think I was in California at the time, and I saw them at CVS or something, and I was like, ooh, those look pretty, so I bought a couple of them, and then I just, in true M fashion, never used them. So, oops. Okay, that's a pretty shade. I really like kind of a smoky forest green, but there is a lot of fallout, especially on my nose. And the fact that this had hard pan and now there's fallout, it's like, what the heck is going on here? Perhaps I should use a smaller brush. It's a pretty shade. I mean, it is what it is. I don't see anything like super amazing about it. But I'm also finding it a little tough to use without a good brush. So I almost think maybe that's why it hit hard pans, because I was using my finger to swatch it so much. But it's alright. I mean, it's not... I don't know. Although I will say I have another palette that has 2 of these shades in there that I absolutely adore. It's from Bare Minerals. It's a little duo. It's got the forest kind of green like this and the same kind of gold shade. So I might just declutter this in lieu of that, to be honest, because I don't need a dupe. Even though I love my greens, I like that one a little bit better. It's easier to apply. I'm committed to following through, and I still have the other product to figure out. And this one's just a little picky. And it's a little patchy on this edge. This green is not my favorite. It's like I lift my eyes up and I'm like, ooh, that looks nice. And then I let my eyes relax. And since I have a slight hood here, the crease folds over. And my eyes are a little bit deeper set. Like, even though my eyes are deeper set, you would still be able to see it. But because the crease comes down and folds down a little bit, it's a little bit trickier to get that color to come above the crease. So that's what I'm struggling with right now, is getting that color just to smoke out just slightly above that fold so it doesn't look so hidden and weird. That's better. Let's try this side. I have so much fallout right here. Oh my gosh, you guys. The Bare Minerals one does not have the fallout like this. And this is just kicking up a lot too, or I'll show you in a second. Even though I had to scrape off all of that hard pan, most of that went onto that cotton bud. You see how just damaged that is now compared to what it was? And it's just messy. There's eyeshadow everywhere. But I'm determined we're going to make this work. I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to take the darker shade and see if I can intensify a little bit here on this outer edge and under the lash line. It's got glitter in there though, so, but at least this one hasn't hit hard pan. Yeah, there's a metallic shimmer to it, so I'll just have a very shiny eye today. Yeah, it looks a lot better now that I've added some depth there. Okay. Not my favorite, but nah, it's wearable. You can see just how much of a mess I have on my face though. I look like I got beaten up or I had a really rough night of sleep. Maybe a week of bad sleep because of all the dark circles, but that's just all the fallout. Okay, let's go into this one. This duochromatic white gold shift. Ooh, that just picked up like a dream. Let's see, maybe too much like a dream. Okay, let's pull that off. Oh, uh-oh. So I thought it was gold. It's actually like a light green. Oh dear. And I don't really have an eyeshadow quite like this. Although I'm not liking how it looks with that for the medium green tone that I laid down before. I'm not the biggest fan of it with that. I don't know, it's just the tones don't quite match for me. I think I can do without these two top ones, but I want to keep this one, so I might just like depot that and try to keep it, because that's beautiful. That's what I wish the other ones would do, is apply like this. Just soft and pigmented. Effortless, you know? Alas, that's not the case with the others. So I just realized though that I didn't give myself an opportunity to use that first shade in this look. So I think I'm going to use it as a highlighter. Why not? I'm going to clean up this face and get rid of all this nastiness. So I'm going to do that, apply some eyeliner, mascara, and we'll go from there. I look really washed out by the lighting in here, unfortunately, but the makeup looks okay. I'm not disappointed by it, but I'm also not in love with it. I do think the star of the show is this lighter shade, as I mentioned. So I think I might just depot that and get rid of the other two, because I'm not blown away by those two. And plus, it's a very shimmery look. I'm usually not opposed to a shimmery look, but for a deep eyeshadow like that, I have others that I like better. I'm taking a bronzer and using that as kind of like a blush base, because the eyeshadow that I am going to use next for a highlighter is actually a little bit more pigmented than just a typical highlighter, so I'm going to use it as like a blush topper. And I'm using a bronzer first because it's got a little bit of warmth and it'll add a little bit of color to the face, which is the point of a blush. Even though I don't really need to do a lot of this up here, I'm just going to. I like that color. I'm going to be heading out and doing some errands here in a little bit, so I'll be wearing a mask. Tentatively, I think what I'll do on Instagram is do like a lip of the day, because now that we won't be wearing masks, I can wear lipstick again. So I'm really excited about that possibility. Okay, here is the shade again. So it's a little pinky. Oh, that's so pretty though. Ooh, I got a little bit too much product. Whew. So it's a subtle glow. I'm going to go back over in a second. It does kind of cling to some texture there, but thankfully I don't have much texture. I mean, if you're a textured person, that sounded weird. If you've got a lot of texture, you probably wouldn't want to use this one on your cheeks. But I at this point just don't care. No one's going to see my cheeks today because of the masks. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't love it enough, I think, to be just an eyeshadow on its own, but let's try it. Let's do a little bit in the inner corner here. Yeah, it's very pinky, but I kind of like that as a highlighter. I'm all for the pink highlighter. I know some people aren't, but I am. I like a pretty pink highlighter. Actually, it does a little something to the eyes. I don't think you can tell, but it just adds a little bit of brightness. Even though it's not brighter than the green I have on, it's a contrast enough that I think I like it. But is it enough for me to keep it? That's a good question. My makeup looks pretty today overall, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the eyeshadow. I'm not going to do anything to the lips. I'm just going to apply more of this. This is from Glow Recipe. It's their Lip Pop Balm. It's got a little bit of a sugar scrub feel to it, so it's really moisturizing, but it also helps exfoliate the lips. But even though it doesn't have much of a color, like it's a light pink, I feel like it adds just a little bit of pink to the lips. I don't know if it's because I'm rubbing the lips and it has a little sugar in it, but it feels really nice. And oh my gosh, it smells like watermelon, like the Bonnie Bell. You remember those? The watermelon one? I'm getting the watermelon vibes and I'm really liking that. Okay, final verdict. Depot the light green duochrome here. Throw the others away. They're not worth keeping. I think I'm going to throw this in my highlight drawer just for now and see if I grab for it, and then if I don't, then I know to chuck it. But because I like how it looks on the cheeks. I think it looks really pretty. But I have some other products that are kind of similar, so I'm going to see how it compares wearing it as a cheek product. Although I do like it on the eyes. I think it looks really pretty, but it's not a color I typically wear on the eyes. So that's the final verdict. 2/3 toss, 1/3 keep. Keep tentatively. So yeah, that's that for today's video. Let me know if you like this video series, because I'm totally down for doing more. I probably will regardless, because I just want to get through those products and try them out and have fun in talking about what things I want to keep and what I want to declutter from my collection. So anywho, thanks for being here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this a palette that you've tried? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Yeah, and don't forget to answer the secret question in the description box. I always have a fun little pop question at the end, and I love seeing people respond to those every so often, so be sure to check it out and click the subscribe button and come back and hang out again with me in the future. Anyway, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay electric as always, as I look like a dork. Anyway, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!